Hi, I'm Kim Patino of Coffee and Cakes in Frodsham, and on behalf of cakebaker.co.uk I'm going to demonstrate how to finish a Christmas cake. Instead of using the usual snow scene or fluffed up icing for a Christmas cake, I'm going to show you how to make some handmade choir boys. So you need some red roll-out icing, red Regal ice. Again, any good craft shop will sell this. And again, you just mould it a little bit just to make it pliable, and this makes your body of the choir boy. To make the feet for the choir boys, you need a tiny amount of black, probably that much. Again, that would make 2 feet. You need a small amount of white, plenty of icing sugar because you're going to roll this out. For such a small amount, I tend to use a smaller rolling pin. It just makes it a little bit easier to work with. So you need a small cutter. This is the inch cutter again, but you need the fluted side. And you need to cut 2 for each choir boy. Cocktail stick again, plenty of icing sugar, and at the end of the table again, and just flute, work all the way around. Doesn't have to be an exact science. The frills won't be the same on each one. Then you need to get back to your clear alcohol, tiny little bit again. Just make each one have a flat top. Tiny bit on each one, and then attach 2 to each one. So you can see they've got a ruffle around the neck. Stick that on there. So they're the 3 choir boys. What you need to do now, make the facial expression. So you need to just do a mouth with the cocktail stick, wide open as though they're singing, tiny little bit, not even the size of a bead, for a little tiny nose. This is quite soft, so you really don't need anything else to stick them on. You don't need any liquid. The marzipan is quite good that it stays on. Food colouring pens are really handy, and any good craft shop will sell them. I've got a black one and a red one. Make the little balls and then flatten it down with your finger and the thumb, and just put 2 hands just on the front of the tunic. You need to now make some hymn books just to prop at the front of each one. So a small amount of Regal ice, plenty of icing sugar, and you just need to roll out a little bit, and then we cut it into squares. You don't need a lot, because if the hymn book is too big and it's too heavy, it'll just pull the arms off the choir boys. So you just need a small amount. That's the 3 hymn books attached. Now they all need some hair. So to do the hair, you just want some basic food colouring, tiny little bit, and if you use the table again, wet it a little bit, just lessens the intensity. So you get a little bit of colour, and a paintbrush. Start at the back, just paint them some hair on. So if you can imagine that being your Christmas cake, you've got your 3 little choir boys. They're quite effective, and they're completely edible. You just leave them to dry overnight. By tomorrow they'll be perfectly dry and ready to use.